If you guys need help gearing up for any of the new content in Grand Theft Auto Online, be sure to check out G2A with the link in the description and use code BOSS for an extra discount. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you can make a lot of money this week on online by basically doing two simple things. We're going to be taking advantage of the double money and RP bonuses that are going on this week, and I'm going to be showing you guys how lucrative they are. So the first double GTA money and RP opportunity is something we haven't seen in a while, and that is 2 times money in cash and RP on contact missions. Now, because Smuggler's Run is centered around Ron Jakowski, Rockstar took the liberty to only add his missions for double money and RP. Now, in case you guys don't know what Ron's missions are or which ones are getting double money and RP, I'm going to read them off right now. So they are TP Industries, which is unlocked at rank 13. Romance Isn't Dead, unlocked at rank 13. Fueling the Flames, unlocked at rank 20. Turbine Carbine, unlocked at rank 25. Demon Run at 25-2, Base Invaders at 27, Crank Up the Volume at level 30, Landing Gear at 55, and Wet Workers at 55-2. Now, all of those are offering double money and RP, so what you're seeing right now on the screen does not reflect that. You can see the RP rewards on hard range from 1,150 to Romance Isn't Dead to Wet Workers getting you around 3,650. Remember, that amount will be doubled when you play the game and if you complete it. Now, in patch 1.16, Rockstar actually made a change to the way mission payouts are done. So for completing the mission in 16 plus minutes, which is the maximum amount you can get, these are going to be the results. So these are the amounts without it being doubled from the event with double money and RP. So the lowest one is going to be Romance Isn't Dead. That's pretty obvious as it's the earliest one you unlock, and that is a little bit over 18,000 at 18,780. However, the best 4 that you primarily want to focus on, and once again, these are going to be based off of your personal preference, whether you think one is easier than another. So Base Invaders is going to get you 19,620. Crank Up the Volume is going to get you 19,800. Landing Gear is going to get you 21,300. And Wet Workers is also going to get you 21,300. So this is where I'm saying it all depends on your personal preference on which mission you prefer the best. Now, there's also a couple factors into this. Obviously, how well you do in the mission, how long it takes you to complete it. Again, you want to do it just over 16 minutes. That's the goal you're shooting for, because if you do it under, you're going to get less money. But if you do it like 10 minutes over, you're not going to get an extremely amount of more money. It's cut off at that 16-minute point. And in addition to that, I would also recommend that you do the missions on hard and do them with as many people as possible. So for example, Landing Gear allows you to do it with 6 people. The rest of them allow you to do it with 4. You get bonuses for playing with friends and crew members. So if you have them on, you might as well take advantage of that. Now, something else you need to do, or something else you could do to really maximize this, to cut down on your loading time and stuff like that, is to put all of these missions, or the best ones, in a playlist. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description to a PlayStation 4 playlist and an Xbox One playlist. So I don't think anyone has created one for PC yet. There may not be one available. If there is, I'll keep the description updated, but you want to put this playlist into your game and you just want to grind it out with a couple of your friends. And that's honestly going to be one part of the way to make the most money this week, because the missions don't change. Base Invaders is the exact same every single time. Wet Workers is the exact same every single time. So what you can do is you can get really good at these missions. You can know where the enemies are going to be. You can know where they're going to spawn, how the best route is to end up finishing the mission. So that is ultimately what I recommend. And after each mission, you're not going to be making like $200,000, but you'll be making around $40,000 or $50,000 each time, which is pretty good for doing something for only 16 minutes. So if you're doing it in the playlist, you can pretty much jump back to back to back. So that'll pretty much allow you to complete 3 to 4 missions per hour, which should get you close to around $150,000 to $200,000, which is certainly not all that bad, especially for doing very easy contact missions like this that really don't require a whole lot of skill or effort, especially with the modern day vehicles that we have. The contact missions were made in 2013 when we didn't have the armored crewman or the insurgent or a lot of the weaponized or armored vehicles we have right now. So they're actually incredibly easy to get done. So that right there is part number 1. Now, part number 2 consists of the new adversary mode stockpile. Now, there are 7 new adversary mode maps, so this is where your strategy can ultimately split. One strategy is to put all of them in a playlist and do like what we did with the contact missions, just playing them back to back to back. This will cut down on loading times. This will allow you to stick with the same group of friends if you have a good crew going on that you find yourself working well together. Or what you could do is, since each map is different and since each map uses a different vehicle, what you could do is hone your skills and just practice on one map, getting good at that one and then completely dominating it over and over and over again. So let me give you guys some tips on how you should set up the game mode, and then I'll talk about some tips for inside the game mode too. So for setting up the game mode, you obviously want to set it to as many rounds as possible. The way the adversary mode payouts works, it's your performance times the amount of in-game time you spend in-game. Now, you don't want to be in there for an hour, but 16 to 20 minutes should get you the maximum amount of money. So it's pretty simple. Set it to as many rounds as possible and then attempt on winning the game. So that right there is a pretty good strategy, obviously. Another thing you can do is, like I said, stick with a team. This is a very team-based game because basically how this game goes is for the first minute or two, everyone scrambles to grab the packages from the middle, and then they bring them back to their base. Pretty simple. However, once all the packages run out from the center, it basically just becomes a game of who can steal the most packages from each other. And that's where defense is going to play a huge role here. You obviously don't want to have your flags stolen, and you want to be able to steal as many as possible. So don't just have everyone go out on an offensive juggernaut trying to steal as many flags as you can, because you'll soon realize that a lot of your flags will be stolen from your base too. And it'll just be a giant pissing contest of who can end up with one more flag at the other at the end of the game. And I don't want to leave my game's payout up to a matter of chance like that. Now, another thing you may not know about the planes or the vehicles in this adversary mode is they do have countermeasures. They have chaffs and flares. It took me to about 4 games in to finally realize this. So if you are getting followed by someone and you have a flag and you're trying to score, deploy that flare, deploy the chaff, and it actually could save your life and allow you to score one of the flags. Also, I know this might be a little bit difficult, but try not to destroy the inflatable balloon towers that surround your base. They kind of shield, number one, how many flags you might have, but they also might kind of shield the location of where they are. It might not be much, but it could be the difference between winning or losing a game. So try and keep those intact as best you can. Obviously, you can't prevent other people from destroying them, but it is still a good thought. And the next best tip I can really give you guys about this game mode is use verticality. So a lot of these locations take place in the city or next to really high objects like a wind farm. Go low to the ground. A lot of people won't be expecting to look for you there, and even if they do see you, they might not think it's even worth it to chase after you because so much of the action takes place on the plane where the 2 to 4 bases are, where the majority of the flags are going to be. So if you steal a flag, either go really low or really high. It's going to increase your chances of not being spotted, and even if you do get killed, it's going to mean that the flag will be all the way down there, making it very difficult for someone to reacquire, which will actually be in your favor. So that's really the last tip I can give you guys regarding that. And then I wanted to show you guys some of the payouts that it looks like some people were ending up getting from this game mode. Now, it doesn't seem to be great, but at the end of the day, it's a fun adversary mode. So I think that makes up for the fact that it's not exactly amazing. My friend Spidershot here ended up getting $58,000 for just winning 2 rounds, which again is not all that bad at all. That's easy money. $58,000 for 2 rounds. My friend Merrick ended up winning just under $50,000 for winning 2 rounds as well. Again, pretty easy stuff. So that seems to be the payout. You win 2 rounds, you get 50 grand and, nearly 8,000 RP, which is really good too. This individual right here nearly won about 30,000. I would imagine that was a 1 or 2 round victory. So pretty good stuff right there. And then Sergio Bruce for winning 2 rounds, he got close to $100,000, which is crazy. So I don't know how Sergio ended up getting a ton of money right here, but you can see he balled out. Half of his team literally got close to 100,000, which is awesome. So that right there is a great way to make money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. I know that I've done it a couple times, and honestly, at the end of the day, I've just been enjoying the adversary mode. I've stated this in a couple other videos, but it seems like Rockstar really seemed to nail the vehicle-based adversary modes. They always do a good job with that, and this one is no exception. I'm having a lot of fun doing the sort of dogfighting style stuff. I didn't think it was going to be as great as it was when I heard, stockpile, but the fact that it's a vehicle-based one is really, really cool. So I'm having a lot of fun with this adversary mode, and it's always nice to dip your toe back into some of the contact missions, especially when they offer juicy rewards like double GTA money and RP. So once again, I'll leave links to those playlists in the description. Check it out for yourself. Let me know in the comment section down below, have you been making great money with this events week in terms of the adversary mode or the contact missions? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.